Lord's Day 50 uh, examines the fourth request of the Lord's Prayer, and it does so in question 125. What does the fourth request mean? And the answer is, give us today our daily bread, means, do take care of our physical needs so that we may come to know that you are the only source of everything good, and that neither our work and worry nor your gifts can do us any good without your blessing. And so help us to give up our trust in creatures and to put trust in you alone. All right, three quick things here related to give us this day our daily bread. The first is that we're asking God to take care of our physical needs, but we're asking Him to do it in such a way that we learn, that we come to know something more deeply, and that He is the only source of good. And so we're asking that His provision of our daily needs be done in a certain kind of way that leads to that kind of growing understanding and knowledge. And that tends to be in sort of a just in time kind of a way. In other words, that's related to, just asking for the provisions for today, our daily bread for today. As the Lord provides those things for us in that kind of sort of a just in time delivery kind of a way, it causes us to learn more and more, even as He indicated to Israel as He led them through the wilderness and gave them bread each day and the manna, and they needed to only take a day's allotment each day, to teach them that, to teach them a number of things, to teach them reliance on Him, trust in Him, but also that they needed to be dependent on God, that man does not live by bread alone, but by every word that proceeds from the mouth of God. And so there's this teaching thing going on as God is supplying their daily needs, and that's what we're talking about here. Secondly, that the goal then is much deeper than simply supplying our needs, that there's something about the way that it's done that is more important even perhaps than that it's done. And that's what it gets to a little bit more in those lines, and that neither our work and worry nor your gifts can do us any good without your blessing. In other words, it really isn't to our benefit to have millions of dollars stocked away in the bank and feeling as though we don't really have any concerns about today's bread or tomorrow's bread or bread 10 years from now, because that will tend to cause us to drift from the blessing of God, that is from a close walk with the Lord, because we feel as though we don't necessarily need it. And so neither our work or our worry or His gifts can do us any good without His blessing. And so it's, again, at least as important as to how the Lord provides the needs as it is that He supplies the needs. Again, because all these things, the ultimate benefit of these things to us is how it affects our relationship with God. And then the third quick thing here is that the Catechism assumes that we have an ongoing need to be sanctified with regard to our trust in creatures, whether it be ourselves or other creatures, in terms of our daily provisions. While we certainly have to work and we have to engage ourselves in industry and labor in order to meet our daily needs, we can't trust in our own wisdom, we can't trust in our own abilities, because ultimately it's always God and His provision that provides the key to our being successful in those things. And so we need to regularly be, or in an ongoing way, continually be sanctified in that area of not trusting in creatures, but trusting in Him. And that's at the heart then of this petition, give us this day our daily bread. Those are three quick things then from Lord's Day 50.